Welcome to the Daily Brief, where I'll go over the highlights in the market for Monday, August 29th, and then see how things look for Tuesday, August 30th. And I made a mistake in the full-blown video talking about the economic reports that are coming out. We do have some reports that will be coming out that I do talk about in this video. They're not necessarily major, but still, I don't like it when I oversee things the way I did. So let's go back and talk about what happened on Monday. Right at the open, we had a gap lower. So we saw some follow through selling after Friday's really big down day. But then we pretty much moved sideways, at least right after the open. We didn't even get down to S1 at 39.61. And then prices drifted higher back up to the unchanged level, which had been acting as overhead resistance at that point. We saw some selling going into the close when we were not able to break through in the positive territory, and we ended up being down 0.67%. Volume continues to be below average. The technicals were still pretty much across the board negative. There are a couple of positive things that I point out in the longer video, and I'll just mention them here. But please watch that video because there could potentially be some significant things developing that are positive, or they could also just reinforce the negativity that we're seeing if those positive things don't play out. Inflation and interest rates are still the big concern. Geopolitical concerns also not really affecting the market right now, but could always change. Earnings as they are released, the recession debate going back and forth, and there might be some overflow or resultant hangover Fed speak that could come out if Chair Powell gives an interview or asks any questions or something like that, or any of the other people that are on the FOMC. So what are some comments? The follow-through weakness from Friday. It did continue, but it wasn't as intense as what we saw on Friday. We don't see many days like what we saw on Friday. This is the potential positive thing. The 50-period simple moving average for the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ 100, they are currently providing support. And please look at the other video to see those charts. We're just above the 50-period moving average with the S&P 500. If we fall a little bit and the NASDAQ and the NASDAQ 100 and the Dow and all of them together are hitting those at the same time, and if we see a real influx of buying, that could produce a nice bounce. At the same time, if we see the convergence of these things and we fall through all of those areas, the closer we get to the close, especially, that could really shift things even more negative than they currently are. Our rotation, our setups, all of our scenarios, they're still showing weakness and they're still on hold for right now. We still have the 10 to the 2 and the 10 to the 5 yield curve that is inverted. We're seeing a pretty strong inverse correlation between interest rates, oil, something else, and stocks right now. There was one other thing I forgot to mention that you can see in the longer video. And sentiment is switched back more to neutral, so we're not showing anything extreme there. We did not have any reports on Monday. Our trend is negative now, and it's weakening because the ADX is coming down. You could suggest that we're more trendless because of the ADX weakening, but the red line is now pretty high over the top, and so it shows that we're in a negative trend. Our bias is negative with the down day, and the last number of days, our momentum is also now negative. So what's our outlook? The technicals are negative, but might be finding some support. We'll want to be watching that on Tuesday. This is what I did not include in the full-length video. We have the housing price index and the Case-Shiller home price index. Those are coming out. Not big reports, but still something we want to keep an eye on, especially since we've been seeing real weakness in real estate, and consumer confidence is coming out, and then the JOLTS job openings. And then later this week, we will have the employment situation report coming out on Friday, the whole list of geopolitical events, with the Fed being still the focus of things for right now. So our scenarios, we have to go with the down scenario. We're just not seeing anything yet based on price for all of the reasons that I've been talking about. Are we finding some support? So if you're looking to go short in the market now, you'll want to be watching this, especially the closer we get to the close, to see, is that support holding or are we breaking through that level? Then we can't go with an up scenario because all of our indicators are going down, but will we find support there and shift things back more to the positive side? Our scenarios, our rotation, our setups, they're all on hold. They're still viable. They're still there, but we're not really using them right now. And we're starting to lose some moving averages, but watch the 50-period moving averages for the S&P, the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ 100 and see what happens with those. And we're not, in a technical sense, going sideways right now because the ADX is still above 20, even though it's declining, and the red line's on top, so it is negative. So we still have to go with everything being negative right now across the board. So have a great day. Please feel free to check out the other video. I hope you find these helpful. I really put a lot into them, and so I really want to share what I know with you to help you make better decisions for yourself. Have a great day, and I will talk to you next time.